Hi guys, hope all of you are well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today guys, from the title of the video, as you can see, we are going to prepare eggs. This is a meal that is prepared here in my country, Kenya, in Africa. Kenya is in Africa, and we are preparing this. Eggs can be eaten as breakfast, it can be eaten as a meal on its own. It's a huge source of protein, so it's something that is going to be nutritious to your body. So for me today guys, I'm preparing this as my dinner. I'm going to eat it as my dinner, so I'm going to prepare it with another meal known as ugali. I don't know if you are interested in getting to know how ugali is prepared. Just comment down in the comment section if you're interested to know. So anyway guys, I start by frying my eggs. As you can see, I used 3 eggs and just used a pinch of salt and oil to fry them. As you can see there, I'm frying. Then after frying, I keep them aside in that plate so that I can be able to fry all the other ingredients, then add this egg to it, because actually I don't like eating my eggs with ugali just like this when it is fried like this, because I find it a bit dry. So I add other things like the tomatoes and other stuff. So anyway guys, back to it. I add oil after removing the fried eggs from my pan. I added oil, extra oil, but you can still use the one that you're using if you don't like a lot of oil, but I added mine, to be able to fry other things. So the next thing guys, I had to cut my eggs into smaller portions, because when I'm going to be frying them with other things like the tomatoes and the onions, I want them to be tiny, and I don't want them to give me a hard time to turn them in the pan. So I'm going to cut them into small pieces. You can use a knife, you can use something that is sharp, but I just decided to use a spoon. Anyway guys, as you can see, the eggs are so tiny. They are tinier than how it was. So back to my frying guys, I'm going to be adding onions to my heated oil. Red onions, I use red onions. You can use white onions if you like. I added onions, and I'm going to fry these onions until they are golden brown. Then after that, I'm going to be adding other things. You can add things of your choice guys. This is not something, I'm just showing you what I normally do according to me. You can do your own. So after adding onions, I added hoho, green bell, or what is it called? Anyway, I added onions, then I added hoho. It is called hoho in Kiswahili. And I mixed the two until you fry them until they become a bit soft, or just according to your liking. If you don't like them to heat so much, you can just fry them a little. I then added carrots. I don't want you to come to at me because of adding carrots. Actually, my mom cannot eat any meal with carrots in it. She says it makes the food have a sweet taste. Okay, actually, instead of having, like, if food you're supposed to add salt, the sweetness of food is coming from salt. She says that when you add carrots to food, it makes it become sweet, like the way tea is. Anyway, I like adding carrots to my food. Most of my foods have carrots in it. I cook using carrots. Then anyway guys, back to it. I add tomatoes. You can blend your tomatoes if you feel like. You can cut them into small pieces. I choose to cut mine because I just prefer seeing them like the way they are, but you can decide to blend them, which some people find it a bit easier to do. So anyway, I added tomatoes into it, then I fried until the tomatoes were tender, and yeah, well cooked. Anyway guys, let's go on. I then added salt. This is table salt. You can add a spoon of table salt to your tomatoes. Then I added garam masala. Actually guys, you can just add spices to your liking. I then added, that is, I think Royco. Yeah, that's Royco. Maggi, that is Maggi cubes. Then I added paprika to it. You can add spices to your choices. You cannot add spices if you don't like spices. Personally, I love spices. I love my food spicy and hot and chilled, so that's why you see me adding all this, but you can choose not to. It is not a must. That is just what I normally do guys. Then I went on and added a drop, okay, let me say a quarter cup of hot water to make the paste thicker. And for us to have this thick paste, I had to just add hot water guys. So let this simmer for some time, let it become hot, let everything cook and become soft. As you can see, my hoho guys, the green hoho, I had not become so cooked. I love them hard. Then after that I added my eggs, the ones that had been cut into tinier pieces. So I ended up adding the eggs and yeah, mixing all this together. As I told you guys, I prefer eating this as my dinner. You can also take this as your breakfast if you prefer, but I prefer having it as dinner with my ugali. So that's how it is. It is now looking nice. I serve this. This actually is a lot guys. It can serve 2 people and I just use 3 eggs. This is also another trick of making your mayai a lot. Anyway, we are done guys. D for done. This is it guys. I served my eggs with a piece of ugali, as you can see. Comment down in the comment section if you'd like to see how we cook our ugali here in Kenya. Actually, this ugali has cassava in it. It has sorghum and I think and maize flour. So anyway guys, I hope you find this interesting. Share it with your friends and I hope you subscribe to my channel guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for passing by. Thank you for finding my content interesting guys. I really love you and I really appreciate you for being here. Until next time guys, bye. Mwah.